Check, check. Okay. Week 2 in the books. Anyone who is jumping in, give me 1 second. Really? Oh, no, it's not made for kids. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool. We are live. We are live. There's one person watching. It's probably my wife. All right, y'all. Welcome back. This is week 2 of my weight loss journey. Uh, Another good week in the books. I worked out every day. I did. So last night, I didn't technically work out before 12 o'clock. I was in the lab making some videos, making a video reaction to something that's actually going to be dropping tomorrow. So didn't get there, but I forced myself at 1:30 in the morning to go and get that workout in. So I'm gonna be sharing my screen here soon, but I'm gonna share my screen and let's kind of look at what week the what I started at versus what I'm at now. So go ahead, let me put myself over here. No, I'll put myself in the whole thing. Okay. So this is this is me before I ever started this thing. Yeah, let's make this the highlight. Yeah. This is me before I ever started this, and then this was taken this morning. So some slight progress. Obviously, you know, my gut is not where it needs to be, but still making progress. Got my workout in every day this week. I did some running, did some Orange Theory classes, mostly focused on weight training, but did some walks. So typically what I'm trying to do is when after I've had a pretty extraneous weightlifting session, I'll usually go and do a 3-mile walk in the morning or whatnot to kind of be my activity for the day, but to not be as high impact per se. But no, I'm actually I'm happy with where things are going, and it's going to be good to really see, this weight loss journey template on week 2. It's going to be good to see, the week 3, week 4, week 5, all the way to my week 12. And I know that we'll get back to where we were after 75 hard, and I'm hoping to even look a little better than that. So yeah, here's where I started, and here's where I'm at now. So working to it, holding myself accountable to doing something active every day. What's going on, Dane? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Um, Working out every day, doing something active every day. I'm trying to instill that in anyone who follows me. It's about holding yourself accountable, being the best version that you can of yourself, because health is wealth. And it doesn't matter what financial tip or trick that I teach you, or how to, grow your business, whatever it may be that I'm going to be speaking about on this channel. It doesn't matter if your health is not intact. Your temple is something that you need to be taken care of. And I fell off a little bit, and that's fine. We can have grace for people that do that, and but we got to know, hey, this isn't me. I need to get back to where I at. So that's the journey that I'm going through. Let me go ahead. I will share some of the stats from the scale. So I do have a scale. It's called the Fit Track. It actually doesn't just track your weight. It actually tracks body mass, muscle mass, and things of that nature. Now, someone my size, I don't know if it's as accurate as possible, but when I am going to be doing this for the 12 weeks, it at least you'll see the differences in the results. Dane, the weight loss goal is to eventually get down to 270 is the goal by the end of the 12 weeks. But I do want to be walking around at 250. So right now in the picture on the left, I am 307. So, and most people might not even think that's true, but yeah, I carry my weight pretty well, but I know that dude on the right over here was not who I needed to be. So let me go ahead and share some of the results I had this week. Now, okay, give me 1 second. About 2,500 calories. It's probably light for me. I'm having some amateur hour issues right now, so I'm trying to share my screen. Hey Dane, when I shared my cell phone screen before, were you able to see that? Nah. Nah, man, I need my meat. All right, cool. So, all right, so then I'll go ahead and I'll actually share that because my main Dane helped me out and let me know the Dane. Appreciate that. All right, let's do this. All right, so I'll go through this real quick so I can get back. But all my health data, you got so resting heart rate is definitely a little normal, but let's go to my actual health stats. So uh let's go month started at 39.5. I'm now down to 38.8 in my body fat percentage. My BMI, let's go to the beginning of the month was 41.3. Now I'm down to 40.8. And this is week 2, y'all. Lean body mass, so 188.27 and 188.05 is where I'm at now. Weight, I think we talked about that. So yeah, I don't know when that's from, but yeah, so 325. We're down to 307 right now. I'm not sure if this is accurate because well, if it is, that's a hell of a hell of a drop. But I don't think that's accurate. I started around 312, so weighing it at 307 today. As you can see, all the workouts for the last 2 weeks got every workout in every day. Remember, that's the woke up at one. I mean, I'm sorry. Went from my office, came in 1:30 in the morning, got my workout in, and then worked out again this morning. So I'm out here working. I'm out here working, trying to make it happen. All this stuff hasn't been updated since 2021, so none of that is probably accurate. but but yeah, 6'1", 6'1". So I need to be walking around 250. I'll probably look my best at that. So I got my main man Jay Azzey coming on. If you guys don't know who that is, he actually used to work with me down in a gym in Fort Lauderdale, and he is I believe he owns the gym that he works at now. When he comes on, I'll ask him. But Justin is somebody who I mean I've admired for a long time, because his ability to be so disciplined is honestly incredible. I think the dude is probably 7% body fat, but I mean he's consistently been that. And I was a trainer too, but I had ups and downs and struggles in my weight journey. But it's going to be good to hear from him, hear how he holds himself accountable, hear how he holds his clients accountable. And it's going to be good to talk to him, because I haven't talked to him in a while, actually. So let me shoot him a text and tell him to just come on now. You can come in. Yeah, maybe I'll try that vegan out. Maybe I'll try that vegan out, but I don't know how long I would last. That's something that might take a big accountability leap for me. So but I'm on it. I promise. Oh, don't do it. Oh, okay. You didn't have to convince me. My guy. My guy.
Are we live right now, or what's going on?
We are live, sir. We are live. How the hell are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Living the dream, bro. Living the dream. Trying to.
I see that, man. You look good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to the B Humphrey you knew.
Oh, like where you're benching all the weight in the gym and nobody can work out.
Yeah, something like that. I still got clips. Maybe I might have to find the clip where I'm benching you. It's like in the archives of my Instagram.
We got one of those. I love that.
Yeah, we do. We do. I might have to find it now.
You gotta post that on like a Throwback Thursday. What are we doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn. How long's it been since Elevate's been closed?
Oof. Since we officially closed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just really due to real estate issues. It was in 2021. They didn't where we were at. They didn't want to renew our lease. So
okay.
Yeah, so we kind of got booted, so it's kind of how that went down.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. So I know you're working at a gym now. Do you own that gym as well?
Yes. So I am part owner of that gym now as well, with Mariah, my wife. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. We also have one other partner as well. So there's three of us.
You know what? I might need to get Mariah on next week.
I mean, good luck, dude.
I know, right?
It's hard for me to get her to put any content out there, so we can try. I'll try to get her. She's great at what she does. She just hates the camera for some reason. So
yeah, well, it's it's definitely something you get used to. Like, me as outgoing Brian, right? But then it's like when I started doing YouTube videos and that red light was on, it's like I don't know how to talk anymore.
You're freezing on me a little bit, dude. There you go.
Oh, am I?
Oh no, for sure. I mean, yeah, no, you're good now. We're good now.
Okay.
But yeah, it was the same thing when remember when we were at Elevate, you guys were trying to get me to do like segments on Instagram. I was like, dude, I have no idea what I'm doing. It was so awkward, but you get used to it.
You do. Well, yo, man, like, so obviously, so I kind of went through a little bit of my stats here. I'll even throw this up here. This is Fat Brian starting at I think this was February maybe, and then I just took this morning. So
okay.
week 2, I'm down about 6 or 7 pounds, but really my goal is just to do something active every day, whether that's going on a walk, swimming, actually doing weight training, so on and so forth. And so obviously my channel is about accountability, and so that's kind of the vow and promise that I've made to my viewers and just myself, because I know that I need to be the best version of myself before anything else in this world matters, right? As far as my health, you know.
Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, man. But so so just tell me about you though. Have you always been in shape?
Nah, dude, not at all. If you talk to all my my childhood friends, it actually wasn't like that at all, man. I grew up in a household full of processed foods, and like I was known as like the house to where you'd want to go, like if you wanted to get like that shit, you know.
Yeah.
So my friends were like coming over because they knew they get Doritos and soda and stuff. So I grew up in an environment like that, and I was never, I wouldn't say like obese or anything like that. I was a little overweight, and I had like, you know, a good amount of body fat, but yeah, I grew up in an environment that was not conducive to a healthy lifestyle. So that was really like, you know, I feel like there's two types of people, right? There's the ones that are in that environment and they get wrapped in and they just go that same direction, and there's the ones that kind of rebel. And I think I fell under the rebellious phase at one point. You know, I kind of was like sick of it, and you know, sick of getting Wendy's and fast food and stuff every day after, you know, after school. And
Yeah.
I just kind of, in high school, I just kind of shifted gears, and then I never looked back, honestly, after that.
Really? So that change happened in high school.
Yeah, so I mean, I was always like trying to be fit because I played baseball. So like there was a certain level of like, you know, wanting to be somewhat in shape. But it really started to take place when I was about in 11th grade in high school. So I started like buying my own groceries and had to learn how to bake chicken, and it was disgusting. But I mean, no one was cooking for me, so I had to learn how to do all that stuff like at an early age. So. Um, Yeah, so that's when it started. About 11th grade, senior year. Senior year is when it really started to hone in on it, and then kind of took off from there.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here, hold on. I got a little throwback for the people that
There we
don't
go.
know who you are. No, I don't.
Oh,
I don't have that.
no.
I got the highlight video.
Here we go. Oh no.
Miss,
What we got? Oh no. There we go. I look like a baby. This is great.
No, you look so much younger.
I do. I probably moved 10 times worse back then too. I thought I was cool. Oh, get the sledgehammer out, dude. Let's see it. Oh, here we go. I love it. Oh, that's easy money.
These are the good old days. How long ago was this?
Dude, that had to be like 2014. It had to be about at least 10 years ago. Yeah, I definitely move better now. This is not doing me any justice. There we go. That's great.
That guy.
There we go.
Well, okay, you got some ups.
I can do it. I can do the damn thing. Let's go get that bicep shot. There we go. Turn me up.
Yeah, man. I love it. Oh God, I love it. Damn, man.
The Saeed one, man. I didn't see the Saeed one. I gotta link.
Oh yeah. I'll send it to you. Well,
shout out to Saeed. That's my dog. I like Saeed a lot.
That's my dude. I told him. I said, hey, you the king trainer now. He's like, nah, you still got it, B. You still got it.
That's funny.
You know, I have to have people like you guys on for, you know, these early weeks, because people probably like, what's this fat dude know about working out?
Nah. You good, bro?
Oh man.
They don't know you the strongest guy out here still, man.
Yeah. Oh snap! So the Dane knows you apparently. So
who?
The person. Well, actually, I don't know if you can see the chat, but
no.
Yeah, there's someone in here. They said, "Holy cow, I know this guy. Great guest."
Oh what? Who is it? What's the name?
I have no idea. Someone who just found my channel. Apparently.
All right, whatever. Hey, shout out to my dog. Let's go.
There it is. Oh man. So okay, so does your gym, so now the gym that you own, is it
Yeah.
similar as far as like group classes, or how's it
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
set
yeah.
up?
So the name of the gym is Rise Athletics and Wellness. It's we're based in Fort Lauderdale. If you go on Instagram, it's our Instagram handle is raw_FLL. But yeah, we're kind of near Flagler Village, so we're in pretty much East Fort Lauderdale. So it's a little bit different of a business model. It's similar in the fact that we do group classes. I would say that we do more strength training as opposed to
Hmm.
like the hit workouts and stuff that were popular back in the day. So we do group strength training, and we do a lot of personal training. So that I would say is the majority of our focus. We do smaller classes, in smaller groups, but we do a lot of personal training just because of the area we're in. We get a lot of higher paying clientele, and the
Yeah.
facility is honestly just built out for that. So it's a really nice facility. We have everything you need from AC to showers, and to where you can be charging a premium, and top of the line equipment, all hammer strength stuff for machines and everything like that, as well as the sleds and the kettlebells and the dumbbells, barbells, everything that we had to elevate. We just have a little bit higher end equipment now, so it's definitely an upgraded facility. So it's really dope.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, I know the answer to this question, but maybe someone who's watching that doesn't, is obviously there's all this information out there. There's AI, there's, I can look up, hey,
Oh,
what's a good rep count, all this stuff, right? There's all this information out there. So someone might ask,
everything.
why do I need a personal trainer? What would your response be to that?
If it was that easy, then our jobs would have been terminated a long time ago. So I
Exactly.
mean, there, in my opinion, there's a human element that comes into play with personal trainers that don't really come into effect with AI. Yeah, I mean, AI can spit you out some workouts and some nutrition
Yeah.
plans, but it's not really only about the X's and O's. It's more about the accountability. It's more about the camaraderie and the relationship that you're building with people,
Yep.
and it's an environment too. So like if AI spits out like this workout, like how long are you actually going to stick to it? It's there's a lot of free information out there in general. It's just people. I mean, you could have said the same thing when podcasting started popped off, right? Like it's like, oh, I can get all this information and buy a program. Like you can buy a million programs out there from a whole bunch of
Yep.
different trainers that are great trainers. But
Yep.
I mean, I still get clients today like, oh, I did so and so's program and this. I'm like, well, what happened? And they just never got the results from it because I think they were missing that human element and the actual hands-on things that you get with a personal trainer, right? So it's like the smaller critiques. It's another eye to help identify where you're messing up because when it comes to achieving a health style goal, you're looking at a lot of variables, right? You have nutrition, you have your strength training, you have your
Yep.
cardio, you have a whole bunch of things that come into play, and the communication with your trainer and client is really how you identify and pick things up, right? So
Yep.
they could be missing something, right? It could be a little thing like, oh, like you're not eating enough protein. Like I get that. I find that with so many of my clients, I'm like, you're significantly undereating protein. It's somebody to identify that,
Yeah.
and and help to correct that behavior and to help establish better habits. So yeah, I mean, AI is cool. Like, like I popped it in and it gives you some basic stuff too. It doesn't really get into the nuances, like at least
Yeah.
yet, like at least yet. I'm sure it'll get better as time goes, but like there's just so many like training methods and nuances that it hasn't picked up yet that like you don't get with that you get with a personal trainer that you don't get with
Yeah.
AI.
Well, I mean, you hit the nail on the head too.
Yeah,
It's the accountability of it.
yeah,
If I pay you, for what, 12 packages, or a 12 pack of your personal training sessions, now there's a monetary commitment. Now
absolutely.
there's, hey,
There's some skin in the
I'm
game.
yeah, there's skin in the game. Hey, I know. All right, I'm meeting Justin at the gym at 7 a.m. Like, okay,
Yep.
I gotta be there. There is no waking up like, oh no, I'm not gonna do it. It's nope. I gotta meet Justin there, or else I'm losing my money. So,
I'm
I
getting
mean,
bounced.
it's a big factor.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that's the thing. The accountability factor is huge.
Yeah. So, so yeah, I'll kind of dive into these, man. What do you think is, I guess, the biggest roadblock that people usually face on their weight loss journey? Would you say?
Um, I think it's just life in general. Like
Hmm.
it's like I
Yeah.
said, like you could have all the information. It's all there. Like it's not rocket science. Like what we're doing. It's more of like a habit change. That's what we're really trying to achieve, and it's more of a mindset that we want to adopt. So I mean, just common roadblocks are just life in general. Like if you're moving, or if you have kids, or a stressful job, or you lose a significant other, or like you're losing motivation. These are very common things that I see, because it's achieving a fitness goal isn't convenient for anybody, you know.
Yep. Yep.
So it's just more important or less important to certain people, and if it's important to you, you're gonna find a way to plan with your coach or do whatever needs to be done in order to get there.
Yep.
So that's really what it comes down to, because everybody's gonna have things come up. It's just how are you planning ahead and preparing for those things, and that's
Hmm.
really what it comes down to is having a game plan for when shit does hit the fan. Because shit always hits the fan. Whether it's life, whether business, whether it's like
Yep.
things always happen, and you have to be in the mindset of how am I going to handle my my processes when that does happen. You know,
Yeah. No.
so
100%.
that's really it. You just got to plan for it, plan for those
Yeah.
roadblocks, and have a strategy in place.
Yeah. It's like, hey, just know something is going to pop up. I don't know what it
Oh,
is, but something
and
is going to pop up.
yeah, and if you can have that mindset, like it's a game changer. Like
Yeah.
if you can just accept the fact that it's things are gonna go wrong, that and be like cool with it, like you're gonna be better equipped to handle anything that comes your way.
Yep. 100%.
So
And I mean, is there any, like, I've always been pretty in awe of your discipline, right? So is there anything that you kind of instill in your everyday life that kind of holds you to be disciplined, or hold you accountable to your own fitness regimen?
like a strategy,
Yeah,
like you're just saying.
strategy, or I mean, do you and your
Um,
wife, I mean, both you and Mariah are very fit. So do you guys hold each other accountable? Like,
yeah, it's actually funny because like I know I'm a little bit more fanatical about training than the average person, or even the average fitness enthusiast. Like
you?
I love being in the gym. I love working out. I might not always want to work out, but
Yep.
I love the process of it. I love the resiliency that it builds. But yeah, I mean that's why I do what I do, is because I just love just everything about it.
Yeah.
Whereas like Mariah, she loves it too, but I would say to a lesser degree, and I feel like she feels like she has to keep up with me all the time, and like, oh,
Hmm.
like Justin, he's going to the gym 6 days a week, or whatever it is. Like I gotta, and I'm like, no, like you can take the day out. Like like it's actually almost opposite. Like I keep her accountable to be like, look, like you don't have to do, like I'm just fanatical about it. Like you don't
Yeah.
actually need to go to the gym 6 days a week to get incredible results. You don't. You know.
Yeah. No.
And I truly believe that. So.
Yeah, I think that's the common misconception. It's like, oh, I have to go to the gym every day and whatnot. And I
Uh-huh.
try to stress that too. Like, that's just kind of a pledge that I'm doing to do something active every day, right? For these next 12
Yep.
weeks.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
4 days in the gym, man, you could really get, tremendous results by also having a balanced nutritional diet. I mean, you're good
Yeah.
to go there.
Oh, for sure.
um, so I know now.
Actually, actually, going back to that, what you just said is something interesting too, because I like to tell people, you say I have to go to the gym, or I have to work out, or I can't eat this. Like that's one thing I try to change with my clients when I hear those things.
Hmm.
I want to change their mindset and the language that they're using, because there's so much psychology involved with changing habits, and I don't want people to feel like they're being punished. I don't want to feel like it's a restriction, or they can't do something, or they can't have something. It's there's I want people to pay attention to those words, because that can show up, um, and lead you to a positive result.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you hear people get excited about like the lifestyle, like, oh, I get to go to the gym, or like, oh, I get to go work out with Justin today. Like those are like the things that I hear when I hear that. I'm like, all right, that person's going to be successful. So what I like to employ is, how do I get my clients to start using that different language? How do I turn that, you know?
Yeah.
Um, and usually it's not gonna happen off rip. It's gonna be more of along the lines of the relationship that we're building, and them seeing results, and them feeling better, and them looking good in their wedding dress or their suit or whatever it is, and
Yeah.
you know, they start to associate um, those changes in a positive way, you know, versus like that punishment factor. I don't, you know, I don't want people to feel like, when I take my clients on, I'm like, look, I don't want you to view fitness as a punishment. Like when you come in, like, I'm going off of what you give me. I'm not going to crush you. Like, you know, it's something we learned back in the day. Like we would just try to crush everybody. Like, you know, and that was a strategy that just doesn't work. You know how it is, bro. You know,
Bro, it's so dog. I can't tell you how many people who who paid their personal training money and we never saw them again.
because we crushed them, dude. That's it. But
Yeah.
now, yeah. But now I like to think that, I mean, the statistics show that I retain pretty much all of my clients for a decently long period of time. So,
Yeah.
and like I said, like, and that's one of the things I'm mentoring one of my other trainers that's under us. She's a new trainer. She's great. She is like the best personality. She's gonna be an amazing trainer. But she did an eval, right, for the first. She's young. She did an eval with a guy that came in, and she just like went all out. She just crushed
Smoke.
him.
Smoke.
Yeah, hour and a half long eval, and it isn't it. So yeah, she just smoked him, and I had to tell her, I'm like, we got to tone that down. We don't want to. We want him to come back, you know. Like now
Yeah.
he's free. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's something that we learn along the way, you know. So now that I'm 33, like I think I've found the recipe. I just kind of go off of what people give me, you know.
Yeah. Do you do things let's say obviously you're limited to what you maybe have at your gym, but like, hey, what are your interests? And then maybe you try to like gear a fitness program around maybe things that they're actually interested in, or
Yeah, you know, and I feel like that's a big piece too, is like, you know, like you have people that are interested in doing different things. I mean, I do like to emphasize that strength training is going to be your bread and butter when it comes to building a better metabolism and the physique
yeah.
that you actually want, you know? So like when people want to come in and do a whole bunch of cardio and stuff like that, like slow them down. But like, you know, like some people, for example, they might not be comfortable squatting or deadlifting, and we will work to do those things.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so like if they want to go more of like the bodybuilding route, it's like, okay, like I want to get them to move better, because I mean, I'm a big proponent on getting people to actually move well. I don't want to just stick you on machines and get you just to, you know, contract muscles and just give you sensation workouts where you're just feeling a burn. Like, you know, those are important, and that comes into play too. But yeah, I mean, whenever I get a client, you know, that's part of the conversation, is like, what do you enjoy doing? Like, what exercises do you like? What exercises do you hate? And you know, if like,
Hmm.
and then, you know, when you do that evaluation, you come to find out, oh wow, this person hates X, X, and X. I'm not going to build a workout with all those workouts they hate. You know, like I'm going to give them what they need. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
from my professional like experience and opinion, I'm going to give them what they need, and I'm also going to employ a little bit of psychology in it, to where I'm giving them what they like to do too, to where they're feeling confident and to where they're feeling successful with that workout. You know, I want them leaving the gym being like, oh, that was great. You know, like,
Yeah.
so that's really what
Okay.
yeah, my method is with that.
Now, if I remember correctly,
Mhm.
you have a pretty strict eating regimen too, and you.
I'm actually chill, bro. Hey, I got a glass of wine right now as we speak,
Oh,
bro.
there
So
we go. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna sip my wine. I was waiting for the time. I didn't want to pull it up, but yeah. So
Yeah, no. So someone might be like, "Oh, I don't want to eat like Justin," right? Would you say that you're a little bit of a fanatic there as well?
I don't think so, because
Okay.
I love my diet. Like I love everything I eat every day. Like it's not like that.
Okay.
So, and that's what I like to tell people. Like at first, when you're first getting into like your health and fitness journey, it's hard to learn how to cook healthy things that taste good, but it's doable. It's
Yeah.
possible, and it's not as hard as people think. Right? It's just learning how to get those things um, to taste better, right? So it's learning how to season things. It's learning like what temperature to cook things at. It's learning what you like, like. So for example, I have some clients that hate eating eggs, but one of my favorite things to eat is an omelet. Like I choose it over anything every morning. Like I have my omelet with my Japanese sweet potato. It's like a 700-calorie breakfast. I feel phenomenal after I eat it. It tastes amazing. I'm disappointed whenever the plate's empty, like kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, as you get more, as you get deeper in the journey, like if you're committed to that process, like cooking is kind of fun. Like, me and Mariah will spend like an hour and a half on Sundays, like, making our breakfast. And we always we kind of keep a consistent menu, but we interchange things, like one week we might do like the ground turkey with the wild rice and stuff like that. And then one week it might be salmon with jasmine rice and stuff along those lines. But, the way you season it and the way that you're cooking it, like you can make it taste really good.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I do eat high quality foods, like, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think people are so used to eating junk food and processed foods that the transition is normally hard. And I remember that, like, we were talking earlier in the show, when I was younger, like, I remember, like, I was just hooked on, like, eating fast food and Krispy Kreme donuts and stuff like that. So, like, when I had fruit, it tasted sour to me. It was gross. But after I cut that shit out, and then I'd had, like, fruit is sweet. It should taste sweet. If you're eating
Yeah.
fruit and it doesn't taste sweet to you, like, you're probably eating too much processed foods.
Yeah.
So yeah, like your palate adapts to what you do. So,
Mm.
yeah. So that's one thing that I think is a misconception. I think that most fitness enthusiasts or people that are in good shape, they enjoy their diet. Like there's nothing like
Yeah.
a nice bowl of like avocado and some Southwest chicken. Like so you can make things taste really good. So I mean, like last night for dinner we made like these like tacos. Like it was like nice grass-fed beef, and we had like the pickled onions and like a sour cream type of thing going. But it was fire, man. I want to eat this again tonight.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
That's what's up. Have you ever done lettuce tacos? So instead of using the tacos, yep.
Yeah, we use the cassava flour.
Yep.
Like I said, so the cassava flour is like I said, it still has carbs in it, but like that's again when you get a trainer, it's like we're helping like set your mac, and that's another thing too. I feel like people they
Yeah. I was
overshoot.
gonna ask.
They overshoot by like cutting everything out at first. Like, bro, like you went from eating like, and that's the thing most people don't know. Like you're eating a whole bunch of processed foods. Like you could be getting like 300 grams of carbs a day, and then you go from eating 300 grams of carbs a day to cutting all your carbs out. You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna be miserable. So, but yeah, if like we could set your carb goal at like 175 instead of to where you're going keto all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Not in
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be hurting. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's little things that you could do to kind of offset that, and that's the thing I find with a lot of people when they try to lose weight is they try to cut out so much stuff like just macronutrients in general. Like when you can eat like healthy
Yeah.
stuff and eat a good amount of food and still get to your goal.
Yeah.
So
So other than wine, what is a cheat meal for you? What do you indulge in?
um, so like I don't I don't want to call it like cheat meals and stuff, but like I do like ice cream. Like I'll have
Yeah.
so I'll have some ice cream tonight. It's Sunday. Like it's like I'm chilling. I crushed it like all week. So but yeah, I'll have some ice cream. Like I'm not dairy intolerant or anything like that. So but yeah,
There
I'm
you
eating
go.
foods that I enjoy like all the time. So yeah, but ice cream or sweets tend to be what get me more than anything else. I don't really
Gotcha.
crave like pizza and stuff like that. I can do without it.
You're a strong man, sir. You're strong.
I mean, I like it. I'll eat it. But I prefer sweets if I had to choose.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously, we're all our own worst critic, right? So you might look in the mirror, you see imperfections or whatnot. Is there one? So two questions on that. Is there anything that you're personally working on when you kind of look in the mirror as far as your fitness goes? And then two, what are some of the measurables that people should maybe focus on a little bit more other than just weight?
Yeah, good questions. Well, for myself, personally, I'm at the stage to where I like to be lean. Like, I like to I like to have my muscle showing. I like to be lean. I mean, so like I kind of hover around that, but I also do like to build muscle and stuff. So um,
It's that
I'm in
balance.
this. Yeah, I'm in that balance. So like part of the year, I'll make sure that I'm spending time more at like maintenance calories, slight surplus, trying to build muscle, trying to boost my metabolism a little bit higher. So when I do go to cut, I don't have to cut at such a low calorie intake, and it's where my body responds better. Because if you're sticking around one phase for too long, your body adapts to it, and the response isn't as significant as if you were to do things in phases.
Yeah.
So like like if you go maintenance calories like a slight calorie surplus for a good portion of time, like you're building your metabolism up. You should be putting more muscle on if you're training appropriately, um, and you're doing things that are geared towards building essentially, and you can do it in a
Yeah.
way to where you're not putting on crazy amounts of body fat, but you're not going to be as lean as you probably want to see in the mirror.
Yeah.
But that's part of the process. And then other times of the year where you're going the opposite direction, which I find I've like when I was younger, I was able to do that go a little bit harder in that area. As I got
Hmm.
older, I like to enjoy my wine. Like I was a little bit extreme when I was younger, um,
You?
a little bit, just a little bit, dude. But yeah. So like I said, when I was younger, it was a little bit. I was more in the mindset to just go hard, all the time.
Yeah.
Um, but so yeah, I mean, as I got older, I had to learn how to be a little bit more strategic with it, so I could, do this for the long term. Don't want to burn myself out too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, I like to stay relatively lean, and I like to build muscle. I want to look like I lift. I want to look like I'm athletic, and I want to be able to sprint. I want to be able to, like keep up with whoever I have to. Essentially.
Yeah.
It's just that's part of the fun for me is being like you seeing the 24-year-olds in the gym. Like, yeah, I'm 33, bro. Like, yeah, what's up?
There you
So,
go. Hey,
um, but yeah, I want to inspire people by the time I get to like later on in my life. That's part of my goal. So that keeps me motivated.
there you go.
Um, and then for the second question, which was what did you say again?
Yeah. So, what is something maybe that measurables that people should maybe
Oh,
focus on a little bit more other
exactly.
than
So
just their weight?
so yeah, that goes back to that, right? So if you're eating like high quality foods and stuff, I think that you should focus more on like, and that's the thing too, is I'll get people that want to lose weight, and I'll do like an assessment, and I'm like, no, we have to get you doing the right stuff before we even think about cutting, right? So
Yeah.
it's along those lines of, you're not even eating the right amount of protein. You don't even know how many calories you're eating. I'm like, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna spend a few weeks trying to dial in what an appropriate diet would look for you, like
Yeah.
add around your maintenance level, and we're gonna try to build strength. So that's one good sign is like, are you building strength, right? If you're getting stronger, that's a good sign. How are your clothes fitting? Are your clothes fitting better? That's a good sign.
Hmm.
We could do an assessment too, to where it's like kind of keeping track of your body fat percentage and stuff like that. Is your body fat percentage going down? Yes, your weight is the same or a little bit higher. That's fine. That's a good sign. That's your metabolism is
Yep.
getting faster, right? We're setting ourselves
Yep.
up for long-term success. Another thing is how do you feel? Are you sleeping better, right? Are you more effective at work? Are you a better father? Are you a better mom? Like what like those things are all important, and a lot of people get hung up on the scale. I don't even weigh myself. I couldn't tell you the last time I weighed myself. So like,
Yeah.
I tell people like let go of that shit. Let's focus on the things that actually matter. Let's focus
Mm.
on the quality of what we are doing.
Yes.
Quality comes first, and then once you've shown that you can adhere to a protocol, then we're gonna focus on, okay, cool. Like you got your shit on point. Now we're gonna give you some nuanced variables, and let's go into a cut. But
Yeah.
until then, it's a process. And I like to tell people that. So
Yeah, because I think the biggest killer for people is that, first 1, 2 weeks, they're like, They feel like, especially if they are coming from a sedentary lifestyle, they haven't worked out, and now they go work out with you as a trainer. They've worked out for 2 weeks, and it's like, oh, I don't see a difference on the scale or anything like that. And it's like, nah, you got to look at some of these other things too. It's not always just going to be on the scale. That's not going to be
Exactly.
the direct thing all the time. But if you stay consistent and you stick to it, that will come down the road.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, is I feel like people just have an unrealistic expectation of what weight loss should look like, or what health should look like. You know, like one thing I like to tell people is that life isn't a race. You got to pace it, right? So extend your time horizon to get to your goal. Be patient. Let's hone in on the right things. Don't allow minor setbacks to let you to completely shut down, right?
Yep.
And call yourself out on your bullshit. Make adjustments, and let's keep it moving. You know, so that's really like a big piece of advice I give people. I'm like, you know, I get it all the time, especially when you get like female clients that want to drop weight like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to.
You know, so.
I need to look like this in 2 weeks, Justin. Can you do that for me?
And that's another thing that makes our job so hard, man, is that you get these Instagram influencers who are just editing their photos like crazy, that are just genetically gifted in the first place, and you get clients like, oh, I want to look like her. I'm like, okay, good luck.
Yeah.
You know, it's having that conversation, and we have to manage expectations, right? You know,
manage expectations. Yep.
So, you know, but yeah,
it's a big thing.
Yeah.
I think, and then I'll kind of finish with this, and then I got a couple fun questions for you. But no, nothing crazy. But obviously, motivation fluctuates, on the daily. So, is there something that you maybe prescribe to your clients, to keep them motivated on that goal that they're searching for, or is there anything that maybe you kind of instill in them to keep them motivated?
I mean, I like to think that just hanging out with me is motivational, but
there you
go. Motivation is bullshit. That's the motto I like to live by. We need to adopt a mindset of more discipline to the process, right?
Yeah.
Just staying committed to the process, no matter how you're feeling, is just crucial. Like you're not going to feel like working out every day. I personally don't feel like training every day. So, I mean, like some days I'm just sitting there, but, like contemplating, sitting there on the turf, like, do I really want to do this today? Like, do I need to do this today? But I know how I'm going to feel after I'm done. And that's really all the motivation I need, is that, okay, when I'm done with this, I know how I'm going to feel. And if I continue to just ignore that little voice in my head that wants me to, I don't know, go around the corner, grab some food, or just chill for my break, or whatever it is, I know I'm going to live better than 98% of people by the time, as we get older. And that quality of life is just so motivating and so important to me, because I just see it all the time, right? I see people that take care of themselves. I train people in their late into their 60s, almost 70s, that, like, it's incredible, doing pull-ups and sleds and lunges and all this, and going surfing and doing all this stuff. And then I see on the other spectrum, I'll see people that are 40 who can't do anything, right? Their knees are hurting them. This, like, it's incredible. And that's motivation enough for me. It's just to really consider what life I want to live later on, right? And that should be enough, motivation for people. And also, no one ever regretted a workout. I've never had a client come in and, even as hesitant as they may be when they pull up and they walk in and they're like, fuck, I got to do leg day. Like, not really, like they never leave disappointed or regretting that workout. So, like, you just got to, like, have that mindset and just push through it, Motivation comes and goes, but it's a fire that burns out. It burns out. It's like having NOS on your car, right? So sometimes you have that and you're rolling and it's picking you up. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not drive your car if you don't got NOS?
Yep.
You got gas, bro. Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
Now that's a good analogy, actually.
Yeah. Motivation is like that NOS, man. Watch that Fast and Furious.
Oh man. Well, all right. I got three good ones for you.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear this.
So I couldn't even find your video before because I was typing in Justin Azzey,
Yeah, yeah, oh
thinking
yeah,
that
yeah.
that actually was your real name.
It's
So
not.
how
It's
did
not.
you get the Azzey?
Honestly, dude, I don't even know. It happens. It happens sometime in high school, where, like, funny story. Like, I don't know. One of my boys. He just my last name's Ancona, and then I don't know. We were just dicking around. He just started calling me Azzy one day, and it kind of
And it
just
just stuck.
stuck. And then I got it. I got that tattooed on my left butt cheek now, so it's a thing. We're letting it roll.
I love it.
You want to know the funniest thing about that story? Is is the guy that actually did that ass tattoo on me. I went to high school with him. He was like an apprentice at a shop in Orlando, and it's funny because when we took over and we started this gym up, he's training with one of the other trainers, so I see him all the time now. I'm like, hey, you tattooed my left butt cheek, dude. What's up? So
Oh God, I love it.
yeah, that was great.
All right, you're in the gym, not your gym, but
All right,
let's
I'm in
say in LA
LA,
Fit.
whatever. Yeah, we
Yeah.
vibing. We about to
Yep.
tear shit up. I got my hoodie on,
You see,
headphones on.
you see somebody who has absolute horrible form. Do you give unsolicited advice?
So I'm actually a big advocate against it. Like,
Yeah.
because, bro, I get unsolicited advice from people. Like,
Yeah.
let me let me tell you this, bro. I got like these one time at this commercial gym. I'll give you two instances. The one time, this one guy who is just he was like not in great shape, not in terrible shape. He looked like he was like on some juice or whatever, but just
Yeah.
like typical bodybuilder, right? And I'm like doing all my movement patterns, right? I'm priming up. I'm hitting my mobility before I work out, and like I'm doing some central nervous system activation stuff, right? So I'm like jumping and bouncing around, and he comes up, he's like, bro, like your knees are gonna be screwed by the time you're like 30. I'm like, dude, I'm already 33. What are you talking about? So like he's just trying to give me advice on like how my jumping is gonna damage me.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm like, and I just kind of let him slide. I'm like, I could school this guy right now, but I'm gonna leave him to it. I'm like, all right, thanks, bro. Like, keep it moving. Kept doing my jumps.
Yep.
But yeah, and then it's always the old dudes too. They want to come up and give you some advice. It's like when I was like bench pressing, like I'm using like a technique, like a more of a powerlifting technique when I'm bench pressing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you should like really try to pick your feet up on top of the bench and breathe while you're doing it. I'm like on every rep, you just gotta exhale. I'm like, all right, dude, cool. Like, so stuff like
Thanks,
that.
buddy.
So thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I don't even think you could get under this bar right now, but But yeah, so I mean, I will say, like, if it's so bad to where I feel like they're gonna hurt themselves, they
Hurt
will.
themselves, yeah.
But you see shit in the gym all the time, and I'll try to make a video about it, like, or something on my story. I'll just be like, yo, don't do this like this way, like, and that's the thing. I'll try to gear like content or something to things that I see a lot of, and I'm just like, like versus, like, because they're not gonna listen anyways. They don't.
Yeah,
care.
exactly.
They don't care. People that want your help will seek it, So.
Oh man. And then the last one, man. Do you train family or friends?
I mean, so let me think.
I used to tell people, I'm like, look, if I know you, I can't train you because you're just gonna bitch and moan the whole time and use our relationship against me.
Okay, so I think it just depends on how the relationship was formed, right? So like Mariah, she was working out with us before we actually started dating, right? So she actually likes me to train her, like she wants me to train her. She's receptive. She does get a little annoying sometimes with like wanting me to train her too much. I'm like, nah, dude, it's my workout too. I'm zoned in, like, But no, when it comes to family, there's no way. There's no my brother and sister will always like ask me for advice and stuff. They don't even take it. Like it's like one of those things where I'm like, Mariah, you're up. Like you can handle this.
You got it.
But yeah, I've tried to help my mom and stuff, but it just doesn't work. It never works. It's just a different relationship, different dynamic.
Yeah, man.
But
Well, hey, man, dude, it's nice to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in forever,
sure,
man.
man.
So
We gotta talk more often, bro.
yeah, man.
When you texted me the other day, I got hyped, dude. I was talking to someone about you the other day. I was like, just being like, man, I love Brian's energy back in the day. It's like it was honestly a huge influence for me, just being around like you and Zach and everybody, like, and to see a lot of trainers these days, they don't embody that and they don't have
Yeah.
that. And that's one thing that I'll always be grateful for is that enthusiasm and that energy that you guys would bring. It was contagious, and it still is. I'm still trying to embody that same kind of energy that you guys instilled back in the day. So,
well, I appreciate that, man. And I want to get down there and get to your gym, but I know I think I don't what I know your pops passed earlier, and you do some. Is it the Murphy?
No, so we do a workout. It's called the Lou. So it's every
The
November.
Lou.
Yes.
Yeah.
We named it after my dad. So yeah, I created a workout to raise cancer for pancreatic awareness.
Yep.
Because that's what he passed from. So we try to raise money and do this really intense workout for it. It's similar to like a Murph style workout. So I'd say it is a very high intensity workout.
Yeah.
But
can you go through what it is again?
I don't have it on me right now, but let me
okay.
see if I can pull it up. I can pull it up. But yeah, it is really intense. But we do have modifications for people.
This man said modification.
Like, because part of it's doing 50 pull-ups. So, like, we have bands if you can't do pull-ups. Like, and like, if you have to modify the push-up portion, like, we let you drop down to the knees and do it, stuff like that.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Well, and then it's usually done. Is there a specific date in November?
So we try to do it just on a weekend in November. So we just kind of look at our schedule and see what works best, for the gym schedule, essentially. I'm pulling it up now.
Well, here's my pledge to you. I'm gonna be in good enough shape, and I'm gonna come down, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the Lou with you in honor of your pops, man. I appreciate you being here.
Hell yeah, dude, I appreciate that. But yeah, if you guys want to know, this is what it is. So it's a 1 mile run to start. So everybody does a 1 mile run, and when they're done, come back in. We hit 50 burpees, right? So that doesn't. It's not chest to floor burpees. It's more of like a sprawl kind of burpee. So no push up involved in that one. And after they do the 50 burpees, they go back outside. They run 1 lap around the building, come back in. Then they have 100 medicine ball slams. Do a lap around the building, 50 kettlebell swings. Lap around the building, 150 push-ups. Lap around the building, 50 pull-ups. Lap around the building, and then we all finish with 200 body weight squats. We have the benches out, so people got to touch the butt on the bench every time. And then your quads are smoked after that. You lay on the floor for about 20 minutes and try to breathe. That's what's up,
Oh, man. I love it. Well, I will be at this one. I will be at this one, sir.
I'm going to hold you accountable on that.
Man. Hold me to it.
I got the receipts, baby.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's on the internet now.
It was send this out. I'm about to on the IG, dude. We gotta let people know what's up.
Well, hey, man, I appreciate it again, bro. I'm sorry it went an hour, but you always give good advice, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. I'll talk to you.
Peace. Later, bro.
See ya.